Good afternoon. I'd like to make a commentary on the 29th day of the Casey Anthony murder trial. Today, Roy Kronk testified, as well as George and Cynthia, as well as Lee Anthony. And you can see that the bozo defense is virtually gone by the wayside. It's obvious that Mr. Kronk made several efforts to notify the Orange County law enforcement that he had located what he believed to be remains, and the obvious idiocy of the Orange County Sheriff's Department not wanting to do their job led to the remains lying from at least the point Mr. Kronk made his first call until the final call on December 11th, 2008. Now, what bothers me is that Casey Anthony is a consummate liar. Whether or not she tries to portray that she was abused, I doubt that. I think Miss Anthony realized that she was not the parent that she wanted everyone to believe that she was, and that she made every effort possible, and every effort imaginable, to separate herself from her daughter. When she claimed to be in Jacksonville, Florida, which it was proven she wasn't, she had fooled her parents into believing she was working for Universal for a 2-year period, which in fact she wasn't. This young woman was out partying, out having a wonderful time. It's been proven she's lying. Anyone that can't see that obviously has very little intelligence. Casey Anthony, you are guilty. Anyone with a reasonable degree of intelligence can sort this out from beginning to end. You couldn't take on the responsibility of being a mother, so you took chloroform and you killed your daughter. Now, even if this drowning defense that you used had any validity, then why were there entries found on your computer for searches that involved chloroform, breaking a child's neck, etc.? You change stories so fast, it's hard to keep up with your lies. And your lies are all you have because it's all you've offered. No more party nights for you, Casey Anthony. You're as guilty as is possible in any way, shape, or form. You have absolutely no moral standard. And Cheney Mason and Bozo stand there saying Mr. Kronk is morally bankrupt. The truth of the matter is that Casey Anthony is morally bankrupt, socially bankrupt, and has absolutely no remorse. Nancy Grace showed her responding angrily to her attorneys after being found competent to stand trial. If she's ignorant enough to want to get on the stand and tell another set of complete lies, put her ass on the stand and let her chirp until her lips fall off, because no one on that jury is going to believe anything. Come on, Bozo, do you honestly believe that George Anthony would have gone to the extent to do these things that you claim that he has done, and at the same time run such a massive effort to find his granddaughter? No, George and Cynthia Anthony tried every way possible to support and believe that their daughter had some degree of decency in her. It's obvious that this nasty little slut has absolutely no degree of moral decency, nor any degree of intelligence. And then the Zenaida Gonzalez routine? Come on. The apartment was empty for 3 months prior to when you gave this information. You're lying. You have been caught lying in so many ways, Casey Anthony. Changing your story 15 times to try to confuse a jury is not going to do it. You're not sick. you don't want the responsibility of raising a child, you need to be sterilized to make sure that you can't pollute this world with something that has the degree of moral indecency that you have. You know, people are often looking for ways to try and believe you. You can't even believe yourself. You are such a habitual liar that all you know how to do is lie continually to cover up your lies, and then to bury that under another set of lies. And what is it? You're desperate. You really believe that somehow you're going to get away with this and go out to Fusion again and party. Well, you know what? I honestly and truly hope that if anything happens, that your ass gets released, that somebody chloroforms your ass, wraps you up in duct tape, and buries you alive. Casey, nobody buys any of the shit you are trying to purport. And Jose Baez, you are a joke of an attorney. And Cheney Mason, you don't stand much higher than that. Anyone that would go to the extent to ruin other people's lives to get a sick, putrid, nasty cunt like Casey Anthony off doesn't even deserve to be called a lawyer, because bottom line is this: the only two bottom-dwelling creatures in this world are defense attorneys and sharks. And I think you fit the bill, both of you, Mason and Baez. You really need to wake the hell up and make an effort to get the actual truth out, not the lies that Casey has purported from A to Z. If you had any moral decency in you, either of you would try to remove yourselves from this case, because no person whatsoever with any reasonable deductive process in their mind can see that she is absolutely guilty. You can see in her expressions, her nasty little snippets, her nasty little looks at her attorneys, the crying jags that you trained her to perform. Nobody's buying it. This bitch is guilty. She deserves the death penalty, and I would like to volunteer to inject the drug myself. I honestly believe that a person can be forgiven if they seek forgiveness, but if they continually lie in order to free themselves from the trouble they created, in order to get out and live the party life again, well, Casey, all I can say is no decent man, no man with any sense of decency would want to be with your nasty, skanky ass. So it's like this. You've done a horrible thing. Kaylee was taken from this world because of your greed and your avarice. You do not deserve to enjoy any type of freedom from this point ever. If you're not given the death penalty, then you should sit and rot in a prison for the rest of your miserable, nasty life. And if you do get released, I can only pray that there is someone out there that will give justice to Kaylee by eliminating you. Have a wonderful day.